Hello everyone, the Chronicler here. Today I will be presenting to you Chapter 8 of The Life and Times of Glory. If you've missed the other episodes or would like to rewatch them, you can find them here on my Storytime playlist, and you can always follow along on my website at c9prod.com. Without further ado, allow me to present to you The Life and Times of Glory, Chapter 8, Jack the Ripper. Poor old Jack. He's never coming back. He traveled round the world just to find his kitty cat. The cat he didn't find, but the bell she left behind. He stayed away, cried many a day, and now has lost his mind. Jack's plea. Jack came upon the ladies of the waters. I've traveled long and cannot find my love. Will you grant me passage far away, O lovely daughters? We refuse. The joker stole your trove. We will not grant passage to a fool who for stupidity has lost his rule. You no longer have your worth nor prestige to speak of. But good luck, King Fool, finding your love. Prestige. It's always this, thought Jack. It is always worth I lack. Jack and the Teller. He came upon a teller's shed, all trimmed in gold and dyed in red. Witch, oh witch, Jack called inside, I visit you again. The witch came out behind the counter. Chance to guess you haven't found her. She's far away, I think, but first I must pay for my sin. To cross the waters I will need to gain prestige again. Then my advice to you, my dear, go visit the outs of near. You'll come into the land of lost, gain what you need, and pay the cost. There prestige will gather round you, and you'll know then your true value. Said Jack, again you give me aid, though even now I have not paid. She laughed, with what would you pay? But I would not ask anyway. Once again I will not charge because you so intrigue me. So visit me again, my dear, don't hesitate to see me. Jack thanked her, holding tight his bell. Around his neck he wore it. His first time there it caught his eye, and after it he longed. She'd seen his gaze, and felt inclined, because his will was strong. And with this bell to wish him well, he'd find his love. He swore it. The Potter's Glen. The day the giant potter fell from sky to solid ground, a great wind came and overturned his glen perched in the clouds. And down it fell toward Ding-Dong Dell upon the outs of near. The town, once gray before that day, now reigned in colors clear. For oh, what magic in this glen, set to protect a child. Do not let the adults come in, lest it would be defiled. Jack and the Butcher. Jack came into the land of lost to earn himself prestige. The butcher met him on the road and laughed for all his glee. Jack, my boy, he said with a grin, now be it for thee you. But Jack maintained a face quite grim. This is me. It's true. The butcher saw his downcast face and paused his happy smile, then placed a hand upon Jack's head. Come, walk with me a while. Jack told him of his darling Jill and of his glory gone. He spoke of Jester's cold betrayal and of his lost prestige. So Butcher pointed up a hill. Look, my prestige is strong. That is my mansion on that hill, so set your mind at ease. Come work for me, and you will gain prestige too before long. The people of Lost. People of the land of Lost have very strangely ways. Instead of gold, they carry papers with them every day. These papers they can trade for housing, food, or drink. And with more papers comes more value. This is how they think. But on these prestige papers is written one's worth in gold. They carry papers with them because it's easier to hold. So still, one will be treated cold if one's worth isn't backed by gold. The Butcher's Influence. Working, Butcher and Slice, learning to use our knives. We can work because Butcher is nice, so to him our lives. Jack worked for the butcher, many a solemn day, Jack worked for the butcher to chase his fears away. Jack worked for the butcher, his mind these knives shall claim. Jack worked for the butcher, and more fearful he became. Here is a candle to send you to bed, and here comes a chopper to chop off your head. Here is a candle to send you to bed, and here comes a chopper to chop off your head. Jack awoke. He barely spoke. His dreams were getting worse. This solemn man does all he can simply for breath and work. Love so far and fear so close, Jack's countenance grew cold. Working hard to gain prestige and back himself with gold. The only comfort he now felt was in the knives he held, and so he filled his coat with them and in the darkness dwelled. A killer. A man has died. He was attacked, and evil omens come. Aren't you afraid of that man, Jack? I bet that it was him. Shh! Here he comes! Quick, hold your tongues, or else he'll strike again! Each night since Jack came to town, a man would be attacked, so all the people gathered round to try and capture Jack. Jack sought aid from the butcher, but he did not seem at home, so Jack ran off, fast as he could, into the woods alone. It was raining very hard as Jack ran quick away. He had no time for stop or pause upon this dreary day. He traveled fast and very long, then came upon a glen, where suddenly he was attacked by 6 surprised children. Adults have lost. Guard the bells at all cost, lest silver these bells will become. Lost children, keep guard over your glen, lest gold should overcome. But Jack was strong, so the fight wasn't long. Jack and the children. Jack said crossly. What was that for? He flung the 6th kid on a pile. Adults aren't allowed, said the one on the bottom. His stubbornness made Jack smile. Jack knelt down to grin on the little boy's level. It seems that I've entered, so what will you do? I suppose you could fight me again, but I'm sure that's a challenge with 5 kids piled on top of you. The little boy struggled, but Jack raised a hand. Do not worry, I'm not here to disrupt your land. The people of Lost seem to think I'm a beast. They all want me gone for disturbing the peace. Spying the knives, the kid truly felt frightened, but then saw what was not expected. It made his heart leap, and his thoughts, how they brightened. Perhaps Jack was more than suspected, for there the boy saw it, around the man's neck, a bell of a silvery light. Jack kept it in his collar, but during his trek it escaped, and now swung left and right. Though this silver bell yet would not make a sound, its shimmer of beauty was truly profound. The children of Lost. Toodles, Nibs, Slightly, Curly, Marmaduke, and Binky. Though they had once fought with Jack, now liked his company. These 6 children led the band that dwelt within the glen, and they were scouts who set about to keep it clear of men. They called themselves the Lost Boys, and truly they were wild. But every single one of them was quite the clever child. Let's strike a deal, said Toodles, since we've got our problems too. You say the adults want you gone, help us, and we'll help you. Since they all work for papers that are backed up by their gold, they think that we are worthless, and they treat us very cold. But we have much of silver, and Piper taught us how to use it. We've our own system of value, though the adults would we lose it. I do not see how aiding you will help my case, said Jack. Don't you need passage far away? Our friends can help with that. The Skyfish. Ladies of the waters, the ocean's lovely daughters, a group of them once swam into a glen. The glen arose into the sky where gold could never catch their eye. And even though they've come back down again, they'll ever love silver until the end. The Skyfish loved the Potter loved the sky, but that time now is over and has firmly passed them by. Yet though the Skyfish of the glen have come back to the world again, young children they will not neglect, for they're still longing to protect. Ladies of the waters, precious glen's lovely daughters, if I help these kids, will you help me? Jack, become our brother, and we shall aid each other. The Dell bells will turn silver, and you'll then have what you need. The adults decide to fight back. Where be Jack? I hear he's in the glen. He wishes to defy us by aiding the children. Where be Butcher? In his manor on the hill. Let's call for him and gain his aid. For gold he surely will. The threat of the Butcher. Jack, dear Jack, said the water ladies, prithee, do take care. for the man you're up against has none of it to spare. Who is it I now must challenge, ladies of the glen? The butcher is the one who would destroy all these children. Jack could hardly catch his ears. What? I worked for that man. He has the most prestige in town. Then steal it if you can. How do you steal prestige, my friend? And how do you steal one's worth? When he believes you're nothing, though you work and work and work. Then let's spy on the butcher. Let us follow where he goes. We'll see where he gets his prestige and steal it when we knows. How interesting life can be. Baffling us with mystery. The real Ripper discovered. I spy with my little eye a butcher and a knife. And now I spy a simpleton as butcher takes his life. Run. Hurry now back to the glen. Quick, kids, quick. We now know who killed those men. Run, kids, run. Gasp again and clasp a hand. We've come back. Gaining Jack. My eyes have seen but won't believe, said Jack. Said Toodles. But we've known this to be true, said Minky. He's been at this for as long as we remember. He'll surely strike again, said Marmaduke. But why has Prestige found this man at all? He sets up when he hates to take his fall, said Toodles, in the same way that he's surely done to you. He's played you, Jack, as one plays with a doll. The butcher butchers meat and people with prestige, but I can't figure out why he'd want to butcher me. Yet Jack steeled himself and turned his eyes back to the child. Well, do not believe that I will take this lying mild. And as he rose with fury, the children rose with grins. With Jack now determined, they felt certain they would win. A plan is formed. Jack said, I think I have a plan to steal into his hold. We'll change the great Dell bells to silver, make worthless his gold. So Jack was nimble, Jack was quick, he stole into the glen, sorted his knives, dressed as a beast, and came back out again. The adults react. Quick, come quick, I have seen the beast. It is Jack, the one who slaughters men. Look, look, see? He's holding hostages. The beast has captured all of our children. No, not so. You adults treat us cold. You have tried to steal into our glen. We back him with our silver, for through him we'll be delivered. And you will not threaten our lands again. What is the meaning of this, Jack? Release our children now. Not until you lend an ear to what I have to speak. Will you really give them back? Then we shall hear you out, but if you lay one hand on them, such a thing I wouldn't think. But I am the Beast of Gloucester, whom you speak of in a whisper, saying, Beware, Jack the Ripper, for to kill I do not quiver. The people shook with fear as he put his bluff to the test. Speak quickly, we will listen. We shall hear out your request. And the children chuckled to themselves, for they knew of his jest. Jack strikes a deal. You want these deaths to stop, I'd wager. Then this you must do. Butcher shall give me his manor if he cares for you. I will live away up there. But I'll need things from this town. So let these children serve me, and I'll not need to come down. I'll have them trade for food with silver, and you will all accept it. If you do not, I'll kill you lot, so better not reject it. The butcher's loss. Butcher lost his mansion. Butcher lost his mansion. Lest the Ripper kill them all, the people made him take the fall. By fear he's forced to heed their call, so Butcher lost his mansion. Beware. The beast of Gloucester. Beware the beast of Lost. He is the one we fear the most, for he could surely slaughter each and every one of us. But each daughter and son of us, they love him most and love us least. Beware, O Lost, beware the beast. Butcher returns. Days now passed as Jack, the beast, stayed high atop the hill. The children gained prestige with silver, as had been their will. But as gold decreased in its value, Butcher grew more ill. The kids knew it would not be long before he tried to kill. And so each night, as light would fade, the children hid around the streets to end this twisted game he played and firmly render his defeat. Their assumption wasn't wrong. The butcher's lust for blood was strong. The true beast strikes. The beast of Gloucester. Beware the beast of Lost. He is the one we fear the most, for he could surely slaughter each and every one of us, yea, each daughter and son of us. The true beast roared in dead of night to slaughter children out of spite. How dare they bring in silver's light and make his gold all useless? He rampaged through the sacred glen, no hesitation for children, but nimbly quick Jack raged within. Now Butcher's mouth is toothless. I balled up my fist to knock out your lights, but since you have none, I guess this will suffice. Fear no more. Roar and roar, O toothless beast, but never will you frighten me. For all the children here, you see, love me most, and you the least. Beware, you crafty beast of lost, for it's high time you paid the cost. The butcher was revealed to be the beast of lost or true. The people bowed to Jack and asked him what he'd have them do. Your children trade in silver, said Jack, while you trade in gold. Let now your times yield to the new. Your ways are stale and old. Age and wisdom you all have, don't crush your children's dreams. Use your wisdom, help them live together as a team. Accept the value then in silver and in each child's eyes. Inspire them as they inspire you and make you wise. A silver day. Hooray, hooray! A silver day. The moon shines brightly as the sun. Come out, you children, let us play, for silver's time has just begun. The end of Chapter 8. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to reading to you Chapter 9, 3 Children of Midas, next week. Stay gorgeous, Peeps. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head. That's fun. Let's do that again.